Thank you for participating and playing in the national anthem. Always remember those who have served this great country, and for those who are serving, and for those who laid their life down for all of us here in the United States of America. We want to thank them. Always keep them in your thoughts and prayers. Well, here we are. Well, good afternoon, hockey fans, and welcome to another great day in hockey. The Summit City Distillers are ready for action, playing the Toledo Swarm. It'll be a pretty exciting game as we are about to see it get underway. Starting lineup for Summit City on the faceoff with B.J. Lomo. Duncan picks up, he gets it back. We'll go through the starting lineups as we go. And the puck's in the zone. Summit City working on the defensive zone here. Working in the corner. Trying to get it going. Racker touches it up, and it's going to be sent back to Duncan. Duncan with a look. Now in the slot. Racker on the pickup there, and it goes up into the safety netting. As Trevor Pennell tried to pop it in there as he was on top of the crease there, and they'll take a face-off on Richardson, stick side. On the drop, picked up early, the puck goes wide. It's going to be picked up with a look. On the pass across. And dumped back in by Toledo, shut down by Richardson. Now with a look, bringing it up. Coming in strong, trying to get something going. Was Neely. Neely in the slot, seeing if he can hopefully pick up the pass there from Siebenaller. It's going to be kept in. Sarter with it here, pushes it out, now bringing it up. Brown. Toledo with a look. Try to feed the slot, but it's going to be broken up. Picked up and pushed down for an icing coming up against the Distillers, and they'll take a face-off back in their defensive zone. Neely versus Graver on the glove side of Richardson in the Fort Wayne zone here for Summit City. On the drop, picked that up Distillers. Trying to push it behind, but it got caught, so tie it up in the corner. Still working on it. Now it's going to be popped out. Toledo keeping it in the attacking zone. Now it pops out, and Way will go back to pick it up. Justin Way with the puck here. Hanging on to it. Tried to connect to Graver, but went underneath. And the attempted clear there stays in. Now Aiden Witt with the puck. On the pass, tried to get it to Spencer Steinforth. It goes in on a no ice. Going to chase it out. It's going to be sent around by Cooper. We're not throwing the get rid of puck right now. Now picked up and played by Sawkel. Throws it back around, and it's going to be picked up. Toledo trying to get something going. Shot it right on top of the crease. Puck bounces up. It's going to be played. Put in by Kucharski, I believe. Smith with it now for Toledo. On the pass, out of reach. And he got a piece of it. Racker going down the ice strong. And he goes. Richardson plays it as Perry put the pressure on him and left the puck there on the corner. Bear trying to get rid of it. Comes across, going to be picked up. Racker off the boards. Goes up against Brancic. Brancic picks up the puck. On a feed now, carrying it up. Jensen Bear with it here. And he's got some help. Picked up Lomo, feeds Hess. Hess with a shot. Pad save on Cooper. And the net must be off. Face-off won by Lomo. Brancic hanging on to it. Comes in all the way in, trying to shove it in. And a goal scored by the Distillers. As you see, Cooper came all the way out to his left side. B.J. Lomo putting up the goal for the Distillers, coming in at 3 minutes and 27 seconds of the first period. Face off center ice. On the puck drop, picked up Bear, sends it over to Brancic. Brancic back to Bear. Try to connect to Hess, just goes through the stick. Icing coming against the Distillers. Homie on the face-off, gets it back to Duncan. Duncan takes a shot. Homie tried to redirect it in. Brancic with a carry here, gets it over to Lomo. Action behind. Brancic keeps it in the zone. Now picked up Toledo on the carry now. Pavlicka couldn't hang on to it. Hess picks it up. As Bowman had it for a second. Hess with the stretch pass. It's going to be turned over, but it's going to be played by Perry. Perry's got to come back and get a hold of this, and he does. And it gets broken up. Now it's turned over. Toledo. Shot high, wraps around, and it comes out into the neutral zone. Picked up and played by Brown. Duncan working his way right in front of the bench, was trying to get a hold of it here, now bringing it in. Out of play, we'll see a face-off in the Toledo defensive zone. On the face-off, picked up by Toledo. Swarm with it now. Cycling through defense behind the goal line. For the pass. And an icing where they wash it. It's going to be picked up by Racker. Racker got touched up by Aqualt. Now it's up. It's Caleb Williams working on it. Turns over. Trying to keep it in the zone. Travis keeps it alive. Shot and a goal. Toledo answers. 5 minutes and 21 seconds. They find the back of the net. Racker leading the way. So we're back to a tied-up game. Face-off center ice, going to be picked up. Sarter with it, sends it back to Travis. Travis working on it. It's kept in, trying to get a hold of the stick. Travis, the former Summit City Distillers, is credited on some help there. Pennell on the assist as well. Puck comes back into the Summit City zone. It's going to be played by Richardson. Now it's a battle behind as the puck is loose. Tied up, losing the puck there for a second was Diener. Bernath with the shot. It's going to be pushed into the corner by Richardson. Kept alive by Pavlicka. working in the corner. Now it's going to be brought up the ice. Nate Nestor. Hess with it now. Delayed penalty coming, searching for it. Now it's going to be touched up here. Tripping call on Toledo. So power play coming up for the Summit City Distillers. Austin Smith in the penalty box for a trip. On the face-off, it's going to be picked up by Brancic. Brancic sends it across with a one-timer shot. Comes in and out, and the puck's going to be clear, but the whistle blows. Trying to reset the net. Neely with the shot there. Face-off. Picked up by Toledo. Going for the clear. It's going to be kept in by Brancic. Feeds it on the boards. Racker gets after it on the backhand. Now he's going to try to leg it out. Brancic will go back and pick it up. Brancic on the carry now, center ice, coming in, sees a lane. Drops it back. Lomo takes the pass to Hess. Cooper came out. Brancic picks up, and on the backhand, lost the puck. Now it's going to be picked up on the slight breakaway, top shelf goal, and that put in by Brody Duncan. So, shorthanded goal by Toledo on the miscue with the puck coming out. Duncan comes down the ice. It's a shorthander. That coming in at 7 minutes and 19 seconds. So Toledo up 2-1 here. On the face-off, comes back into the swarm zone. Cooper coming all the way out to play it. Picked up Ockwalt. Sent around by Cooper. Picked up Travis. Travis with it here. He tries to clear it down ice, and it's stopped there by Siebenthaler. Ockwalt picks up. Siebenthaler doesn't see it. Turned over Toledo. Here they come in strong, trying another shorthanded effort. Looking for it, goes underneath, and it's going to be pushed out. Now it's going to be brought up on the pass. Oh, couldn't get it going. Comes back on target, played by Richardson, feeds it to Hess. Hess with it here, still 26 seconds on the power play. Cody Hess comes up, takes a shot, goes across, picked up by Lomo. Lomo with it here. Lomo feeds it to Neely, comes around to Hess. Hess with the puck here, 8 seconds left on the man advantage. Loses the puck and gets it back, feeds it to Lomo. Lomo tries to give it, he's tied up, now it's given to Hess. Hess with the look. Feeds it across, but it's going to be picked up Ockwalt. Ockwalt trying to get a shot. Now coming up the ice, trying something again here. Trevor Pennell. And he gets a goal. 2 breakaway goals here as the penalty had expired. So at 8:46, even strength goal. Trevor Pennell. Pennell picks up the goal for Toledo. Off the face, it comes back. Played by Duncan. He takes a shot, and it gets up into the safety netting. We'll see a face-off here in the Summit City zone. Williams versus Lomo. On the glove side of Richardson, on the drop. Racker with the puck, trying to feed it. It's going to come back to Hess. Hess trying to connect to Perry. Turned over to Nestor. Nestor on the carry now. comes out from behind. Bransick picks up. Oh, the puck gets caught on a skate, comes back, it's picked up by Hess. Hess on the carry now. Now picked up, Bransick feeds it, goes up to Bear. Bear's got a leg it out. Cooper comes all the way out and pokes it. Bransick will pick it up out of the corner, and Cooper goes down. Taking a shot, Cooper on the stop, comes in and out, and now it's into the corner. Bransick comes up, play the puck against Williams. Leaves Caleb Williams trailing. Now pressure put on. Sarter does get the puck on the connection to Siebenthaler. Now back to Bransick. Bransick carrying the puck, getting some action. Tried to drop it back. And now it comes back center ice. Puck's going to be dumped in on the boards. Duncan on the pickup here. Duncan with the puck. Goes over to Sarter. Sarter tried to play it on the skate. Now back into the Summit City zone. Loose back, sent around. Shot in the glove as Bernath took a shot from point, but it was sailing wide. Richardson shut down the action here, and the face-off will go on that glove side in the Summit City zone. 9:31 left here in the first period, 3-1 in favor of Toledo. Let's see if the Distillers can get pump started here. On the puck drop. Nestor trying to won the initial battle there. Now it's going to be picked up. Steinforth got a piece of it. He's got Safarian all over him to say a hand pass, and it's going to go back. Safarian working on it. Now picking it up. Trey Hoffman with it here. It's double team, but he still managed to get the puck in the attacking zone. Cooper trying to get rid of it. Now it's picked up back into the defensive zone of the Distillers from Carson Salko. Now on the carry now, trying to get it going. Kucharski will go in the corner, try to get this back. Rides the rails, so it's an easy stop. Hoffman picks up. Trying to hands it through. Does get the connection. The puck comes loose. Picked up by Trevis. Reichert on the keep. Salko with the keep and a shot. It's going to be tipped up by Graver into the safety netting. See a face-off in the Toledo zone here with 8:36 remaining. Face-off, Cooper's glove side. It's going to be picked up by Toledo, and here they come up the ice. With it here is Racker. Racker sends it in. Going back is Bear. Jensen Bear picks up, feeds it around, connects, or tried to get it to Hess, goes under the stick, puck's loose, and now it's picked up by Lomo. BJ Lomo with the puck here. Loses it, goes back to get it, sent around, picked up by Hess. Hess searching for the puck now, kind of went through the official there. It's going to come back to Bransick. Bransick on the feed over to Lomo. Lomo back to Bransick. David Bransick with the puck here. Tries to pop it in. Comes in and out on the rebound. He gets it right back. Swaps with Jensen Bear. Bear comes across and picks up the puck here. Feeds it back to Bransick. At least tried. Racker on the spoil here. Bransick gets it back. Tied up along the boards. Puck's underneath. Racker sends it around soft. Picked up by Duncan. Duncan now with it here. Sees the pass to the bench. Gets caught on a skate. And they say no, too many men. With a shot, tipped up on the boards. Richardson poked around by Hess. Hess with it now. Cody Hess coming up the ice. He's got some help. Tries to get it to Perry, but it's broken up. Now picked up. Here comes Duncan. Duncan with a look. Duncan takes a shot. Stopped by Richardson. Duncan tried to get it back. Now it's picked up. And it's sent up. Pavlicka going after it against Neely. Neely tries to play it back, but Duncan is there to pick it up. Sarter now. And it is put in on the backhand of Duncan. Ockwald on the pickup here. Sends it across. Out of the reach of Perry. Bernath picks it back up for Toledo in the zone. Off the skate. It's going to be kept in the zone. Hammered back into the corner. And Perry can't hang on to it here. It's taken away by Smith. Bernath with it here. Sends it back. Smith will pick it up in the skates. And an icing coming up against Toledo. 6:28 left here in the first period. 3-1 Toledo. Face off in the Toledo zone. They will go on the glove side of Matt Cooper. Face off. Sarter picks up here. Pressure coming in. Sievenoller is trying to put the heat on. Now the pass comes back on another icing against Toledo, and they will try this one again. Bowman versus Neely on the drop. It's going to be picked up Toledo. Puck comes back. Played by Richardson. Now by Diener. Leaves it back. Now picks it up. Way putting the pressure on. Diener on the reach trying to hang on to it. Way picks up now. Trying to get something there. And it's out of reach. And it's going to be kept in on target. Richardson saw it the last second in and out of the glove. Now picked up there in the slot. Picked up by Toledo. Safari in there. Way picks up now. Goes up against Riker. Way kicks it out. Now it's going to be fed up to Brown. Brown will go with a shot. And underneath, stopped on the pads. Brown gets it back, may go across, and he does, but he pops it out of the zone. And now it's going to be picked up, played by Trevis. Back to Way. Way tries to feed it in, but it goes on Neely as he was getting on the bench. Still, 3/4 of the period are in the books. Toledo's up, so the Distillers have got to find it. Face-off still sitting for the taking. It comes back to Brancic. Brancic feeds it, but it's going to be turned over to Toledo. Shot blocked by Bear. On a bouncer. Comes across now, it's going to be played. Stratton tried to pick up there. Kept in on the skates of Bear. It's going to be, well, Racker had it for a second, went through the stick there. Now coming all the way up, trying to pop one in there and stopped by Richardson. Penalty coming. On a tripping call as he played the puck. See who they're going to have serve. Well, the tripping call court, Jordan Clark will be serving the penalty here for Luke Richardson. Working on it. Comes out Toledo from the draw. Picked up Trevis. Trevis is going to go over to Williams. Williams sees some room here. Comes back to Trevis. Trevis with a windup. Takes a shot. And it's blocked. Williams picks up the puck as it rounds. Takes a shot blocked off the stick of Lomo and goes up into the safety netting. Face off, Richardson stick side, Williams and Lomo. And it's picked up and cleared up the ice. Cooper sets it for Duncan. And here comes Toledo trying to get into the zone. Picked up and played, cleared again. Out of the reach of Trevis. He goes back to pick it up. Cooper plays it to Trevis. Trevis looks on the pass, connects to Racker. Racker coming in strong. Rancic trying to spoil it. It's going to be played by Richardson, but he connects it toward Duncan and he gets a shot. Duncan gets a goal. Second one of the game coming in. 16 minutes and 22 seconds. It's a power play goal. Face off center ice. Neely drops the puck back. It's going to be played by Wallem. Wallem now looking with it. He goes on the carry and leaves the puck as it's spoiled for a second. He does get popped in the zone just a little bit by Siebenthaler. Now it's going to be dumped in. Richardson shuts it down. Neely feeds it on the glass, and it's a bouncer. Goes back, and it's going to be played by Cooper. Cooper feeds it, try to connect to Brown. Stays, goes offside as Neely gets a hold of it. All right, here we go. Face off just outside of Toledo's defensive zone. And it's going to be popped in. Brancic will gather it up here as Toledo gets rid of it. Feeds it across to Neely. Neely trying to take it up. Comes back to Brancic. Neely gets it, gets through Bernath. Smith picks up. Back to Brancic. Comes back to Wallem. Wallem's now going to take a shot. It's a bouncer. And it's a stop by Cooper. Picked up by Toledo. And then put it on the board. It's going to be pushed back in. On a delayed offside. Toledo with it here. Off the board. Sarter picks up. Smith's going to go after it. Tomahawks it. Gets it over to Bowman. Bowman with a look. Takes a shot. Richardson shuts him down. Face off, Richardson's glove side in the Summit City zone. Picked up by Toledo. Feeds it back to Duncan. Duncan goes across. Shots blocked by on Nestor's attempt. Way with it here. It's caught in the back of the netting, so they will pop it out and try it again. Face, it comes back to Richardson, and he shuts down the play. 2:11 left here in the first period. 4-1 in favor of Toledo. Graver versus Kucharski on the puck drop. It's going to be picked up. Ockwald with it here. Ockwald on the carry. Sent in. And it's playable. Goes up front, and it's almost hit by the defense there. Cooper had played it, gets another shot, searching for it, and he does get it covered as it comes off the boards on the keep. Still under 2 minutes here in the first period. Face-off's going to be on the stick side of Matt Cooper. Trying to do some personnel changes here. As Pinnell has to come back in as Way comes out. On the drop. Lomo wins the draw there. Trying to sneak it through on the face-off there. Sawkelt on the keep. Duncan searching for it. Picked up Perry for a moment. And it's going to be cleared into the neutral zone. Riker on the pickup. Feeds Hess. Hess now on the carry. Feeds it across to Lomo. Lomo sneaks it through, trying to get it to Perry. Nestor and Perry going after it. Nestor with it here. It goes under the feet of Hess for a moment. Riker picks up. Feeds it across. And the pass is broken up. And the shot comes on and shut down by Richardson. From the attempt put on by Nestor. Lomo wins the battle on the face-off. Jensen Bear with it. It gets hit off the play, leaves the puck. Now it's going to be picked up. Brancic trying to play it now. He's double teamed. Toledo with it here. Penalty coming on a slash. So Pinnell in the penalty box on a slash. And let's see what the Distillers can do here. The minute 9 left in the first period. If they can't get it here, they'll have carryover time, but they'd love to get it here and see what they can do. Bone versus Lomo. Lomo wins it back. Shot from Hess, stick breaks. The puck's going to be kept in by Brancic. Still working on it here. As Lomo ties it up, the puck's going to be picked up. And without a stick trying to play it is Trevis. Hess with it, drops it back. Trevis gathered up his lumber. He does manage to push it down the zone. Richardson will pick up and sends it up to Hess. Hess with it here under the 1 minute mark. Connects over to Neely, but Pavlicka picks up. Duncan searching for it. Brancic comes and picks up the puck into the neutral zone. Gets the pass over to Neely. Neely going into the zone now. Takes a shot, and they got tipped up into the safety netting. Face off. Well, there's 2 pucks on the ice, it looks like now. Got a 2-for-1 deal. Face off in Toledo zone, stick side of Matt Cooper. And it's picked up by Brancic. Brancic with a shot. Cooper has it somewhere. .5 seconds remaining in the period. 1:13 on the power play for the Distillers. Face off Cooper stick side, picked up by the Distillers. Picked up Hess on the pass from Neely. Brancic picks up now. Brancic takes a shot. It's out front on the rebound. Picked up in another effort. Blocked shot put on by Nestor. Just with 4 seconds remaining, Brancic feeds it across. And he's got to take the shot, and he does, but it's blocked. And that will do it for the period, but they have 51 seconds of carryover time going into the second period. And let's see what they come up with as they try to score early in the second period for your Summit City Distillers. So far, the first goal put on by Lomo has been answered with 4 goals by Toledo. And let's see if they can get it going here in the second period. They come out on a power play. So we'll be right back. are back getting ready for second period. And the Distillers will come out on a power play here. Working off the goals. Lomo picked up the first one for the Distillers, but it was Racker, Duncan, Pinnell, and Duncan who picked up the goals for Toledo. One was a shorthander by Duncan, and Duncan gets the power play, so he gets the odd goals. Let's see what the Distillers can do here and see if they can do it early. 15 to 16 on shots. 16 in favor of Toledo. 20 minutes on the clock, fresh sheet of ice, and we are ready for action on the face-off. It's going to be picked up by Duncan back into the Toledo zone. Lomo putting the pressure on, trying to get a hold of the puck, and it's taken by Hess over to Perry. Perry with it, dumps it in, around it goes. Duncan trying to get there in time. Hess ties him up. Brancic with it now. Brancic feeds to Hess. Hess now taking a look, drops it to Lomo. Lomo feeds back door and tried to shove it in there. Was Perry turned over by Toledo. Toledo on the carry here. Racker with it. Sends it across to Nestor. Tied up by Neely. Working. Behind. Picked up by Lomo over to Brancic. Brancic now wants to feed over to Hess, and he does in the backhand. Hess carries into the zone here. Sets up Perry in the slot. Taking a shot. In and out. It comes off of Cooper. Picked up by Neely. Penalty has cleared. Back to full strength. Trying to get a shot. Perry blocks it. And it comes down the ice for an icing against Toledo. On the face-off, it's going to be kept in the zone. Played by Cooper, tries to send it around. Kucharski feeding to Steinforth. Steinforth hit off the play. The puck splits the defense, comes back into the Summit City zone. Off the boards, connects, dumped in by Huffman. Cooper plays it, leaves it go. Well, no, he sends it around. Rides the rail. Now it's sent down the ice. And another icing against Toledo. Neely versus Williams on the glove side of Cooper. Distillers keep it in the zone. Sending it up to ice. Pinnell pops it in the zone to get a change for Toledo. Ockwald gets a piece of it. And now it's sent up the ice by Siebenthaler. Sartor picks it up. Sartor feeds it across Pavlicka. Pavlicka with a look. Takes a shot in the glove of Richardson, and he holds on. Bohm versus Lomo. Bohm picked up a goal, I believe, in the All-Star game down in Lexington. Now it's going to be Hess. And it is going to be picked up and played by Trevis. Trevis taking a look. Feeds it right in the middle. Broken up by Lomo over to Hess. Hess with it now. Goes across, but it catches a skate. Picked up Trevis. Trevis picks up in the corner. Turned over to Hess. Hess with it here. Hess feeding, trying to get it to Lomo. Stopped by Cooper. Kept in, dumped in by Hess, picked up, and Lomo trying to feed it, but it's blocked by Trevis. Now picked up by Perry. Perry feeds it. Salka with a shot, goes out wide. Sartor will pick it up off the boards. Pops it up, and it bounces back into Summit City zone, and another icing against Toledo. On the face-off, comes behind the net, and it goes all the way back into the Summit City zone on an icing against Toledo again. On the face-off, Kucharski wins it back to Bear. Bear feeds it on the boards. Trying to send it around. Kucharski tying it up, Pavliko with it here. Feeds. And it gets caught. Turned over, picked up. Trying to get it going there. Could not. Was from Stratton. Brown coming all the way in. Picked up by Brancic. Can he get to it? And he does. Sarter picks up. Picked up Bear. Bear with it now in the Summit City zone. Feeds it across over to Eric Stratton. Goes into the corner. Brown picks up. Sends it. Safarian. Brancic picks up here. Brancic still with the puck. Gets it connected. Now Neely picks it up. Kucharski sends it. Neely's tied up off the play. Picked up by Toledo, and here they go. No ice, picked up Aquad. Aquad with it here. Picked up Neely. Neely's trying to send it, and it'll be picked up by Wallem. Wallem sends it back to Bear. On the pass. Tried to get it to Neely, turned over to Toledo. And turned over Toledo in the neutral zone. Trying to get it going into the zone of Smith. Smith's taken off the play. Down he goes. Penalty coming up against the Distillers on a trip. As Smith had gone down. So Chris Wallem in the penalty box for tripping. That coming in at 4 minutes and 29 seconds of the first period. Power play for the Toledo Swarm. They face off on Richardson's glove side. Cleared out of the zone. Played by Cooper. On the pass there to Racker. He's going to leg it out, but it's going to be picked up and played. Now Toledo in charge. Williams back to Duncan. Duncan's going to take a look. Try to connect to Nestor. Nestor has the puck. Looking for it. Williams picks up here. Duncan picks up the pass. I believe from Racker. Now with the look, taking a shot. In and out it goes. It's outplayed by Hess. Hess picks up now. Hess gets stick check there, and it goes down into the Toledo zone, played by Cooper. He sends it up to Nestor. Nestor sends it back to Duncan. On a stretch pass, turned over by Brancic. Brancic on the carry here. He's got Hess with him. He's going to come in. He's being held. He gets pushed into the net. By Duncan. And they got to rebuild the house here for Matt Cooper. There's a conference here with the official. And they're having a talk here with the officials now before the face-off. So Trey Huffman was set to take the face-off here for Distillers, and he'll take a break. Explanation to the coaching staff here. Now on face-off, it's going to be picked up by Toledo. On the boards, turned over to Brancic. Brancic with a shot, trying to pop it in was Perry. Picked up on a second effort from Huffman. Brancic on the keep here, now feeding it to himself, hanging on to it, sends it over to Huffman. Huffman's pushed off the play, now picked up by Toledo. Turned over to Bear. Bear to Brancic. Brancic retreats. Comes back into the Summit City zone. Drawing in Sarda. Over to Trevis, over to Perry. Perry bringing it up now. What Perry can do is poked out by Cooper. Huffman on the pickup here. Trying to get to it. Now he gets to Perry. Perry on a backhand effort. Searching for it. The net's off. Cooper comes out with it. He played the side of the net, picked up the puck. He has it somewhere. One second left on Wallam's penalty. Face off, Cooper's glove side, comes all the way back into the Summit City zone. Now back to full strength on the pass. Zachwalt lost it. Now it's going to be turned over to Racker. Racker now in the slot with a shot on the backdoor pickup. And Richardson shuts him down. Now picked up to Hess. And it's going to be Nelia, picks up the puck here. He's got Lomo in the slot. Shot, pad save, picks up on the rebound. But it is shut down by Cooper. Face-off will come his stick side in the Toledo zone. Lomo versus Williams. Puck's loose. Going to be on a attempt on the spin move by Perry to pick it up. Cooper shuts him down, and they'll try it again. Same stick side. Lomo Williams again. Lomo wins it back. Shot taken, and it's loose. And it's played out of the corner. Duncan feeds up to Racker, but Racker doesn't see it, so it's kept in the zone by Ockwald. Shot goes wide. Picked up by Hess out of the corner. Hess with it now. Cody Hess drops it over, and it is going to be played by Williams, who tries to send it around. It's going to be picked up into the neutral zone. While searching for it, it's caught in the linesman's skate. Now it's picked up Ockwald, feeds it on the boards. Gets through Hess, picked up Pinnell. He drops it back to Nestor. Nestor with it here. Doesn't have a partner as of yet. Duncan now is back, picks up the puck. He sends it around. Hess will go, well, try to. Got stopped in the corner. Racker on the feed over to Williams. Williams with it here in the slot, taking a shot, but it's blocked. Goes into the corner. Picked up Racker with a second effort. Sticked into the corner by Richardson. Picked up by Hess. Hess now coming up the ice. He's got Perry with him. Cody Hess will take the shot in the glove. Shut down by Matt Cooper. On the face-off, it is going to be picked up. Kucharski, Steinfort trying to get to it. It's going to be kept in the zone. Played by Diener. Kucharski with it here. Kucharski sends it around. Toledo trying to pop it out on the boards. Kept in by Justin Diener. Matt Cooper sends it around. Josh Kucharski pokes it. The puck's loose. Trey Huffman working on it here. Call up against Toledo on a tripping. Little action center ice here. Pavlika and Diener go at it. So Pavlika and Diener heading into the penalty box on an offsetting roughing. Still talking about it here, waiting for so the initial tripping call on Brady Bernath gives the power play to the Distillers, and the offsettings will put 5-on-4. Lomo feeds it back to Brancic. Brancic with the puck. Goes across to Neely. Neely's trying to get a shot. The puck bounced out of the air, or grabbed out of the air by Pinnell. Pinnell trying to get a hold of it to launch it, and it's going to be kept in by Brancic. Brancic feeds it over to Neely, back to Brancic. Hess feeding it. Neely picks up. Neely with a shot. Shut down by Cooper. On the face-off, picked up by Duncan. Trying to get rid of it. Brancic picks it up in the feet from the attempt there by Racker. Hess with a look. Trying to feed it. Trying to get a hold of it. And it's going to be picked up and played now. 2-on-1 essentially as Brancic is back against Racker. Racker trying to come in and pick up a shorthander. Hits the side of the net. Still hangs on to the puck. Hess tips it around. Racker still with it. Block shot. And now bringing it up the ice will be Thomas Neely. Neely brings it in. Feeds it to himself off the boards. Wraps it around the Hess, trying to feed it over to Lomo. Lomo has it. Back to Hess, but it goes through and it goes over to Brancic. Brancic gets some pressure from Caleb Williams. Gets it broken up. Pinnell gets a reach on it. Hess with a shot. Blocked up into the corner, and he'll pick up the rebound. Feeds it over to Brancic. Brancic now with the puck. Brancic with a shot off the boards. Hess with it still. 37 seconds on the power play. Neely picks up the pass. Neely feeding it over to Hess, trying to give it to Perry. It's going to be picked up for a second by Williams, but Hess picks it up now. Cody Hess with a look. Trying to feed it up front. Broken up Neely with an attempt. Right in the slot on top of the crease. Picked up by Toledo. 15 seconds remaining. Duncan bringing the puck up. Goes across over to Williams, trying to stuff it in, and it's shut down by Richardson. With 6 seconds left on the power play for the Distillers, but take the face-off in their zone. Just over the halfway mark in the second period. On the face-off, it's going to be picked up and played by Toledo. Williams will pick it up now on the attempt there, and the stop from Richardson. Williams in the corner working with it here. Back to full strength. Now picked up, played by the Distillers. Bringing it up. Wallem feeds it and grabbed it from behind. Couldn't get it going with Siebenaller. Sartor with it up against Aqua. Aqua puts some pressure on him here. Brown picks it up. Brown takes a shot. It's blockered. Out in the corner goes. Nestor picks up, but it's a block shot. Now grabbed out of the air. And a no call Shot and a save initially. As the puck did come out, fast whistle. I'm not sure if the net got popped off, but face-off will stay in the Distillers zone, stick side of Richardson. Lomo versus Bowman on the puck drop. Picked up Brensik to Bear. Bear sends it down ice. Smith will go after it. But Bernathel, well, he lets it go to Smith. Sends it around. Perry spoils it. Picked up to Hess. Oh, goes up front to Lomo. Smith spoiled that effort. Brensik with the puck here. Brensik gets through. On the pass! And a shot and a save put on by Cooper at the backdoor effort. Bear picks up. Pavlicka puts the pressure on him. Hess picks it up. He's double teamed. Sends it around. Richardson shuts down the play here. As Bowman comes in right in the corner of the net. Williams versus Lomo. Richardson stick side in the Summit City zone. The face-off's going to be picked up and played now by Distillers. Turns it over to Nestor. Nestor with a shot blocked. Perry touches it up to Lomo. Lomo on the carry now. Lomo goes over to Hess. Hess with a look. Oh, he tries to feed Perry. Tried to pop it in. It's going to be Duncan now with the puck, and he's coming up. He's got Pinnell up. It's going to be stopped by Sawkeld. No. Hess with it here. Hess feeds it over to Huffman. Huffman with the carry now. Huffman with the puck, throws it into the feet, gets it back to Hess, takes a shot, and it's high up on the boards. Now it's played. Racker with it here with Williams. Racker on the hands here, trying to get it in. Reichert all over him. And it is still in possession of Toledo with a pass across, but picked up in the slot, and they scored. Duncan picks up a hat trick. So Brody Duncan comes in this game and picks up a hat trick at 12 minutes and 47 seconds. So Duncan's picked up a shorthander, a power play, and a hat trick in this game so far with 7:13 left in the second. On the face-off, Trevis trying to pick up. Picked up Kucharski, feeds it over to Steinforth. Steinforth picking up in the slot. Now it's going to be picked up, played. Huffman with it here. Tries to feed it. He'll go try to connect to Aqua. He hits Smith. Kept in by Kucharski, feeds Steinforth. Steinforth with it here. Feeds it up to Kucharski. Kucharski tried to put it on the boards, blockered into the corner. Wells gets hit on the play. And a boarding call coming up. It looks like Wells is down. The trainer's coming out to check on him. We see Wells starting to move around. He wasn't moving, but he is now. Kobe Wells is now on his feet. Officials are still discussing this. They have 2 minutes on Kucharski's boarding, but they took that off. And he is shown the door, and he is heading to the locker room. Sally put a 5-minute up for Kucharski. Face off now. Williams versus Lomo. Comes back, picked up Bear. Bear with it here. 6:41 remaining. Bear gets stopped on it. He gives it over to Brancic. Brancic with the puck now. Has Hess stretched up ice. Duncan on the spoil. Feeds it along the boards. Picked up to Nestor. Back to Duncan. Duncan with it here. Turned over Brancic. Brancic bringing it in the zone now. Here he comes. Tried to feed it across. And it's going to be shut down by Cooper. Looks like the net is off again. And a penalty coming on. Looks like Duncan. Maybe. As he's heading to the box. On a hooking call. So, Duncan has seen himself all over the score sheet. Now he's on the penalty side. He'll just be offsetting. Working on the major that Distillers had. So it'll be 4-on-4 for the 2 minutes. And then they'll have 2:35 unless something else happens. A power play. Now it's going to be picked up. Williams with the puck carry here. Brancic trying to stop it here. Hess trying to get underneath, and he does. Hess with it here. He's got Lomo with him. Hess with a shot. It's blocked. Did hit the pads of Cooper. Picked up Brancic. Brancic got it tight. Gets it right back. Now he's going after it. Sends it across. Goes in and out of the stick of Hess. Williams will pick it up here. Going up against Bear. Bear gets the puck instead. Now it's turned over. Williams with a look. Trying to shove it in, and it's going to be shut down Richardson. Or Racker, I should say. Racker got in there and got a good attempt. Something going on behind the net. .546 left in the second period. Working on the Kucharski major and the hooking here by Duncan. Still minute 29 of Toledo's penalty. 4:04 for the Distillers. Face off in the Summit City zone. Sartor trying to win it against Neely. It's going to be picked up and played by Summit City. Now Perry's going to try to get there in time as Nestor spoils it. Now bringing it up the ice. Here's Toledo with a look. Got it through. Trying to do a wraparound, maybe feeding. Got through it behind Sartor. Now it's going to be pushed up Neely. Perry picks it up. Nestor on the tomahawk trying to get it out. Pinnell with it now. Pinnell feeds it on the boards on an attempt. Broken up. Perry picks it up. Perry's got a lane here. Takes the shot and around it goes. Kept in by Ockwall. And it's going to be picked up and now still with Distillers with it here trying to get something. Neely's going to try to shove it in. Didn't have many options there. Cooper shut the door. Face off in the Toledo zone. 42 seconds on Duncan's penalty. Racker versus Lomo. Pick up Toledo on the draw. Picked up Trevis. Tried to give it to Racker. It's put on target. Richardson goes to clear. Gets it to Lomo. Lomo feeding it. Over to Bear. Bear trying to bring it in. Hess with the carry now. Hess taking a look. Taking a shot. And it was blocked by Brown. Kept in by Brancic. Brancic now with the puck. Goes ahead and sends it in. Bear will pick it up on the rebound. Feeds it over to Hess. Hess picks up now. Back to Bear. Bear will look. Gives it to Brancic. Brancic comes all the way in, but he's shut down. Cooper had poked out, kicked the net off. 6 seconds left on Duncan's penalty. On the face-off, it's going to be picked up by Brancic from Lomo. With a shot in the glove to Cooper, and they'll try it on his glove side on the puck drop. 1 second on Duncan's penalty. 1 second. Bear keeps an eye on it. Now we're ready for some action. It's going to be picked up and played by Toledo as Duncan comes out. Bear comes back. It's going to be played by Richardson over to Brancic. He leaves it go through to Hess. Hess picks up. Hess working on it. And they say offsides. Lomo must have jumped the gun. Hess was tied up on the blue line trying to get it in. Now back to the power play for Toledo. Face-off just outside of the Swarm's defensive zone. 2:25 left on the major for the Distillers. On the drop, turned over to Racker. Racker had some pressure there. Nestor on the pickup now. Nestor with the puck over to Duncan. Duncan goes across over to Racker. Off the boards, Aqua tries to get it out. Kept in Racker to Duncan. Now feeding up. One at the back door trying was Nestor. Duncan on the keep sends it around. Williams will pick it up now. Williams to Racker. Racker in the slot trying to get a shot. And it's going to be picked up, played by Pinnell. Pinnell with it now. Pinnell back to Williams. Williams. And it goes up to Racker. Racker drops it to Pinnell. Pinnell with it here. Over to Williams, and he keeps it in the zone. Almost popped it out. Good pressure put on by Siebenthaler. Back to Williams. Williams got the feed over to Pinnell. Pinnell trying to stuff it in, and it's going to be picked up. Oh, Wallem couldn't get a hold of it. Racker goes across, tries to get to Williams. It's going to be picked up and sent down the ice to Cooper. Cooper picks up. Pressure coming from Wallem. Out of reach of Wallem is the pass from Cooper. Now bringing it up. Racker on the pass, goes to Duncan. Duncan with a carry now. Duncan with a windup, takes a shot, and it's shut down by Richardson. .59 seconds left on the penalty kill for Summit City Distillers. Face off in their zone. 2:42 remaining in the second period. On the drop, it's going to be picked up by the Distillers, trying to get a pass across to connect to Perry. It's Huffman, and now it's going to be Toledo with it here. Pass goes to Trebas. Trebas trying to hang on. Almost spoiled by Huffman. Bowman sends it across. Shot, Richardson shuts down. On the drop, it's going to be picked up. Brown on the keep. Goes over to Trebas. Trebas got to come all the way in to pick it up, and it's sent down the ice, and it's going to be picked up by Perry. Perry versus Brown. Huffman trying to spoil it, and he keeps it in the zone. Trebas working on it, but Sarter picks up. Sarter with the puck. Goes over to Trebas. Trebas now goes across. Pavlicka with it now. Pavlicka trying to come in, trying to get a shot. Diener takes him off the play. Kept in by Brown. Brown with a shot, but it's blocked off a skate. Picked up Bowman. Bowman with it here. It's going to be pushed by Riker. Now trying to get it down the zone. Back to full strength. Good penalty kill on the major for the Distillers. Oh, Neely gets a piece of it there against Brown. Cooper's got to come back and try to play it. And he's in control of the puck right here because Neely doesn't have a stick. Bowman here. Up to Pavlicka. Pavlicka trying to get through Riker. Riker stops him initially, but now it's going to be poked out by Richardson. Hess now coming up the ice. Got a breakaway coming up here. Thomas Neely with a shot, and he scores! Thomas Neely picks up the pass. Good heads-up play by the Distillers on a change going for Toledo. And he got down and he found the opening, getting it through the fiver of Matt Cooper. Cooper's played a solid game so far. It is not easy to get past him. Face-off center ice on the drop. Williams wins it back to Duncan. Duncan coming in, trying to add. Shot wide, picked up Brancic. Brancic with the puck on the carry here. Pass on the assist, picked up Wallem. Wallem trying to feed it. And saw Richardson on the assist there. He picks up an A. Shot blockered up off on the boards. He picked up by Bear. Bear trying to feed it through Pinnell. Pinnell working on it. Williams gets a hold of it now up to Pinnell. And Racker trying to get it away from Brancic. Brancic connects it over to Bear. Bear over to Hess. Hess picks up now. Hess sends it across, but he throws it behind Wallem. Wallem on the delayed offside, and it's played by Brancic. So 20.4 seconds remaining in the second period. And the Distillers found some life off Neely's goal, and it was a beauty. Off the face-off, it's going to be picked up, played. Distillers dump it into the zone. Broken up by Cooper, but it's still a wild puck into the corner hard. Hess feeds it across. He gets it back, takes the shot, and it's wide. It's kept in, but it goes off. The official, oh, it's right up at the back door. And that will do it for the period, but it is a melee here, but it is calmed down. Cooper doing snow angels. That will do it for the period here. We'll come out of this period, I believe, even strength here. Toledo heading into their locker room, but there's some chirping going on here. The Distillers are heading into their room right now. All right, we'll be right back for some third period action. You're watching Summit City Distillers hockey on YouTube Live. They're hosting the Toledo Swarm. We'll be right back. back in Fort Wayne. Teams have taken to the ice. Getting ready for third period action after the latest goal scored by Thomas Neely, assisted by Cody Hess and Luke Richardson, the goaltender. And that coming in at 18:47 of the second period. I'd like to thank some of the sponsorship for the Distillers, New Precision Services, Noneman Realty and Rentals, Dr. Lubricants, Brava Adventures, Hamilton Hunter, the Zacher Company, Needham Moeller, and Kickin' Country. Summit City Distillers, part of the American Premier Hockey League, as well as the Toledo Swarm. All right, here we are getting ready, and 20 minutes on the clock, fresh sheet of ice, face off, and it's going to be picked up and played by Hess. Hess trying to get a shot early, catches the stick of Pinnell and sends it into the safety netting. Face off in the Toledo zone. Lomo wins it back to Brancic. Brancic gets pushed off the play. Penalty coming up against Toledo. On a cross check on Sartor. That coming in at 23 seconds of the third period. So power play here for the Distillers. Brancic to Hess, over to Neely. Neely trying to feed it. Over to Hess. And around it goes. It's going to be skated down ice. Brancic going after it. Out comes Richardson. Connects to Brancic. It's going to be kept in by Racker, and he's got a hold of the puck. He's got Williams with him. Takes the shot, and he scores. So another short-handed goal. And Racker gets his second of the game. That coming in 52 seconds. Face off, center ice, comes back into the Distiller zone. Aquwold will pick it up. Tries to send it up ice. Williams on the assist. Pinnell picks up, goes to launch it down ice. It's going to be kept in by Aquwold. Aquwold coming in, takes a shot, and it's a save by Cooper. Wallem gets it back. And it gets popped out into the corner. Siebenthaler feeds it. Huffman with a look, taking a shot. In and out, trying to pick it up. Wallem trying to gather it back up. It's going to be picked up and played by Pinnell. Pinnell, don't know where to go with it yet. Now turn back over to the Distillers. Distillers with it here. Up front, trying to get a shot, Huffman. Now in the slot, it's going to be picked up. Pinnell with it here, and he's going to launch. Now he drops it back. And it's going to be picked up in the neutral zone by Wallem. Still 17 seconds on the power play. Riker picks up the puck here. Here he is, coming up the ice. Pavlicka picks it up. Lomo gathers it up in the neutral zone. Salkeld with it here, feeds it over to Hess. Hess hangs on to as he gets through Bowman. Gets a connection over to Lomo. Lomo with it, goes across, tries to connect to Perry, but it's turned over to Toledo. Salkeld on the pass to Hess. Brown picks up, sends it back. Brown picks it back up. He looks up to Williams. Caleb Williams feeds it over to Racker. Racker coming in with a shot, but it's blocked by Riker. Goes up on the glass, still playable. Williams with it here. And a shot and a goal. So Racker leading the way here. Might have picked up a Hattie, we'll see. 2 minutes and 59 seconds. Toledo picks up their 7th goal. On the faceoff. So Racker with back-to-back, Williams on the assist. Still working with it along the boards. Picked up Bear. Bear, fans on it. And he's going after it against Racker. Has the puck back into the Summit City zone. Picked up Williams. Williams with a shot. And Richardson shuts him down. Face-off, picked up by Summit City. It's a bouncer. They say playing a high stick. So we'll take the face-off center ice. 16:23 left into the third period. 7-2 in favor of Toledo. Farron trying to win the draw there. Gets Huffman. Now it's going to be picked up in the Summit City zone. Trying to get a hold of it, Huffman. And it's sent back and played by Steinforth. Now in the connection, Huffman feeds it across to Ockwalt. Ockwalt hanging on to it, takes a shot, and it's a stop by Cooper. Set down the ice for an icing against Toledo. Face-off's going stick side of Matt Cooper in the Toledo zone. Lomo wins it back to Hess, to Brancic. Brancic feeds it back to Hess. Hess with a shot, and he rings the corner or the crossbar. Sent down the ice. Toledo gets a change. But it is an icing against Toledo. Official was watching the change there, and he's sending him back. On the face-off, Toledo wins the draw there. Stick broke. Aqua plays the puck. Sends it across. Stretch pass off the boards. Played by Hess. Hess giving it over to Lomo. Lomo with it here. Comes all the way in. Tries to get it going. Perry tries to get it, but it's poked out by Toledo. Williams bringing it up the ice. In and out of the glove of Richardson. Played by Ockwalt along the boards, picked up by Hess. Hess on the carry here. Cody Hess getting through. Takes a shot and he scores! Cody Hess picks it up back into the Distiller zone, brings it all the way up, and takes a shot essentially from the goal line. And the Distillers pick up the third goal at 5 minutes and 14 seconds of the third period. Face-off, center ice. On the draw here, picked up Brancic. Brancic on the carry now. Brancic coming in strong. Gets the puck back. Feeds the back door, takes a shot, it goes across. Brancic with the puck here. Brancic still with it. It's poked out and it goes out into the neutral zone. Siegenthaler feeds up to Wallem. Neely goes in. Neely feeds it to Wallem and it just goes through the stick. Comes out wide against Cooper. Turned over. It's going to be kept in. And now Bear picks up. Jensen Bear off the boards, but it's going to stay in the zone. Bomey with it here, but now it's picked up, played. Bockwald sends it up. Goes through the, couldn't get the reach there to Wallem. Siegenthaler putting the pressure on Wallem there. Picked up Ockwald. Ockwald going in now. Ockwald with it here, gives it over. Neely with a shot, and Cooper shuts him down. Up and on the draw, over to Brown. Brown on the backhand, sends it around to Trevis. Trevis up to Sartor. Connects to Racker. Face off just outside of the Distillers' defensive zone on the drop. It's going to be picked up. Ockwald with it here. Going up against Trevis. Went all the way and trying to feed, and it's going to be covered by Cooper. Face off coming on Matt Cooper's stick side. On the drop, there was a shot put on Cooper, and he shuts it down in the glove, and they'll try to get his stick side still in Toledo zone. 13:15 remaining in the third period, 7-3 in favor of Toledo on the face-off in the zone. Comes back to Brancic. Brancic sends it across to Clark. Trevis picks up, and it ends up on the Toledo bench. So face-off remains in the Toledo zone on the same stick side of Matt Cooper. Hess picks up the puck here, goes across, and it's covered by Cooper. Lomo wins the draw here, and it's a bouncer. Picked up Hess, trying to feed it right back. Picked up by Brown maybe in the corner, but no. It's Lomo, tries to feed it around, gives it to Hess. Hess goes up front to Perry, but it's going to be picked up. Racker trying to go after it against Brancic. Brancic draws in Sartor. Picked up Hess. Hess goes to Lomo. Lomo drops to Cody Hess. Feeds it back, and it hits the official, and it's going to be picked up. Brancic all the way in. Brancic hanging on to it. Feeds back door with a shot, and it goes behind. The attempt there. Hess had picked it up behind goal line, tried to feed. The corner there, shut down by Cooper. Waiting on Cooper. Now he's ready. Face off his stick side in the Toledo zone. Lomo wins it back to Hess. Hess takes a shot, but it's blocked, goes out wide. It's going to be picked up by Toledo with the carry here. Broken up by Hess. Feeds it up to Perry. Perry coming in now. Drops it back to Hess. Hess coming up. Takes a shot, hits the side of the net. Gets the puck back now. Pushed on the play. Tries to feed it, and it is a penalty coming up against Toledo on a cross check. So Graver in the penalty box. Adam Graver for Toledo. See what the Distillers can do with the man advantage here. Coming in at 8 minutes and 5 seconds of the third period. On the drop, picked up Toledo. They go to clear. Aquad picks it up. Now it's picked up by Williams, sends it back. Puck gets sent down. And touched up by Richardson over to Aquad. Aquad with it here. He comes along the boards. Drags it. Pad save by Cooper. Rebounded by Huffman. Comes across to Wallem. Still working on it here. Back behind. Aquad comes up. Tries to feed it. Believe to Nichols, and now around it goes, and it's cleared by Toledo. Richardson comes into the corner to pick it up. And he feeds Siebenthaler. Now over to Hess. Hess coming in now. Takes a shot in the glove, grabbed by Cooper. She tried to pop it in the corner there. Still 58 seconds of power play. The face-off will be on that hot glove side of Matt Cooper for the Toledo Swarm. On the draw, picked up. Perry trying to feed it in on a backhand. Picks up the puck behind the goal line. Comes over to Brancic. Brancic feeding. Over to Hess. Hess looking right in the paint, and they score! Hess feeds Lomo, who's on top of the crease there, and they find an opening against Matt Cooper. And they're whittling away. Nine minutes and 20 seconds was the power play goal. Face off center ice, picked up by Toledo. Now picked up Hess. Lomo picks up, takes another shot, goes high. Hess picks it up off the glass, trying to feed it across. Pennell trying to get underneath of it, picked up by Lomo. Lomo trying to give it up to Hess. Hess will pick it up, feed it right in front of the slot, and a shot put on by Neely goes over the crossbar. Cooper looking for it, and the puck was still playable, but the net must be off. Again. Graver in the penalty box. So another power play for the Distillers. They capitalized on the last one there. So back-to-back penalties on Graver here gives the Distillers another chance. Meanwhile, there's a conference in front of the Toledo bench with the officials. On the faceoff, Lomo sends it over to Hess. Hess goes across over to Lomo, feeding it over to Perry, to Lomo. Lomo with it here. Hess picks up, tries to feed it, but it's broken up, and the puck's above. Perry goes across, connects to Hess, drops back to Brensik with a shot. The puck's loose, and they score! And Cooper's upset. He did not have control. He shut down the initial stop, and it goes in front. He's claiming he was hit in the cage. Lomo leading the way, picks up back-to-back goals. That coming in. Cooper is upset. He left all his parts on the ice. And he's getting tended to for something on his hand or wrist. 10 minutes and 14 seconds. So it's pretty interesting. There is some talk still going on here with players as Cooper is getting the juices flowing again here in his hands there. Hope he's all right. So we are waiting on Cooper here, see if he's all fixed up here, and he looks good. All right, here we go. Face off just outside. So they wash that goal there. Brensik picks up. Brensik over to Hess. Up against Duncan. Trying to get through on the puck. Perry gets a hold of it here. Perry's hit off the play. And here comes Toledo. Duncan with the carry here. Sends it across. Gets into the feet of Williams. Turns it over to Lomo. Lomo with it here. Lomo up to Hess. Hess has Racker behind him. Hess coming up now. Shot blocked. Picked up Racker. Perry going after it against Racker. Perry feeds it. It's going to be turned over. Toledo to split the defense, coming back to pick it up as Neely. The pass goes to Hess, goes in and out of the stick, but he hangs on to it. Feeds it, turned over. And now feeds Williams. Neely takes it away. Now it's picked up Brensik. Brensik working to get it in. Gets it taken away. Duncan couldn't hang on. Lomo feeds it across. Perry. Devin Perry with the carry here. Feeds it around. Goes into the corner. Duncan tries to get it out. Goes over. Neely working on it. Cooper stops it for a second. Lomo going after it out of the corner. Brensik picks it up here back into the neutral zone. Brensik on the carry here. Takes a shot and it ends up in the glove of Cooper. Face off, Cooper's glove side in the Toledo zone. Shot. Pick up off the boards as Wallem coming all the way up trying to poke it. And Aqua tries to get a hold of it. Brown coming up with momentum. Now it's going to be played back into the Summit City zone by Siebenthaler. Siebenthaler on the backhand pass. He connects over to Huffman. Huffman on the carry here. Huffman loses the puck, and they go off sides. And delayed offsides. Face off just outside of Toledo's defensive zone, right in front of the Toledo bench. 7:38 remaining in the third period. 7-4. Toledo on the drop. It's going to be picked up. Graver sends it back to Brown. Brown sends it across to Trevis. Trevis go back to Brown. Brown will look. And it was going across, but broken up by Wallem. Picked up Brown. Goes back into the zone. And an icing against Toledo. Face off in the Toledo zone. Stick side of Matt Cooper. Lomo wins it back to Brancic. Brancic with a shot. Went off of a skate, went out wide. Bear picks up, feeds it to Hess. Hess over to Perry. Perry goes up front. Pavlicka picks up. Hess with a shot. Lomo picks up the puck here. Goes across to Brancic. Out of the corner. Brancic trying to get a shot. Hits the side of the net. Puck goes to Hess. Tries to go up front. Lomo will go on the keep. Goes over to Brancic. Brancic picks it up into the neutral zone. Lomo sends it back to Bear. Bear picks up with some momentum. He retreats. Sees Hess. Connects. Hess gets into the zone. Trying to spin out of Brown. Brancic picks up, feeds over to Hess. Hess looking for some options. Go slow into the paint. Trying to shove it in. Bear on the keep. Will send it back. And it's loose up front. Now picked up by Toledo. Toledo bringing it up ice. Racker trying to get a hold of it. Slides through a check. Takes a shot. Stop. Brancic picks up. Tries to get rid of it. Hits Bear. Bear has the puck now. Racker's all over. Tries to feed it up to Neely. Neely has to come in and get it. Neely on the pass. Connects to Brancic. Brancic going up. In the slot. Takes a look. Feeds it. And trying to hop it in there with Siebenthaler, but it was shut down by Matt Cooper. On the face-off in Toledo zone. Neely trying to win the battle there. Nestor pops it behind, sent around. Turned over by Siebenthaler. Over to Neely. Neely with the carry. Sends it across to Aqua. But it's going to be played by Siebenthaler. Wallem. Siebenthaler back to Wallem. And a penalty coming up against Toledo. Sefrin just going to tie it up here as the puck is still, and it's finally played by Toledo. As Richardson did make it to the bench. But Duncan in the penalty box, at least for the second time, I believe. So he's in the box, and here is a chance for the Distillers to try to get something going here. On the face-off, it's going to be picked up by Neely, back to Brancic. Brancic with a shot, and it's shut down by Cooper. On the face-off, goes back to Brancic from Lomo, over to Hess. Hess with a look, takes a shot. Cooper shuts him down the opposite side. Racker versus Lomo in the Toledo zone. It's going to be picked up and cleared down the ice by Toledo. Richardson picks up. Wims comes in to put pressure. Now the pass connects over to Neely. Neely on the carry now. Gets it to Hess. Hess brings it in. Gets spoiled here. Racker trying to pick up at Hess with it here. Hess on the backhand pass over to Neely, trying to feed the back door to Lomo. Now it's a race up the ice, and it is Wims against Hess. Wims trying to hang on to it, takes a shot, and it's shut down Richardson. 4:57 left here in the third period, 7-4. Toledo, 1:18 left on the power play for the Distillers. Face-off will be on the glove side of Luke Richardson. On the drop, it's going to be picked up and played by Huffman. Huffman on the carry here. Puts on the brakes and loses the puck, but gets it back. Here we go, Nichols with the look. Takes a shot, and it's stick saved up on the boards. Rebound, chopped. Picked up by Nestor. Nestor is tied up by Huffman. The puck finally comes out loose. Picked up by Siebenthaler. Played. Wallem with it here. Wallem takes a shot, and it's shouldered up into the safety netting by Matt Cooper. Still 40 seconds on the power play for Summit City. Take the face-off stick side of Matt Cooper, and he's starting to show signs of fatigue. Now they go glove side. Lomo versus Racker on the puck drop. Lomo working on it here. It's going to be poked and sent down the ice by Racker. Richardson comes out, plays it around. Goes through Neely. Picked up Perry. Perry connects over to Hess. Hess with it here. He's got some open ice. He's got the slot. He's going to come all the way in. And he's trying to feed it on the back of Cooper. And Matt Cooper shuts him down as he comes way out. Left of the pipes there. Lomo Racker, stick side of Cooper on the drop. It's going to be picked up and sent down by Toledo. Richardson picks up. Sends it over to Hess. Hess with Williams on pressure here. Gives it over to Brancic. Brancic on the carry. He's going to bring it in. Back to full strength. Brancic tries to feed it across over to Neely, and it gets up back into the corner by Toledo. Toledo coming up 3-on-0. Comes all the way in and tries to stuff one in there, and he scores. Would be Duncan. Picks up his fourth on the game on a breakaway. .324 remaining in the third period after the last goal put on by the Toledo Swarm. It's 8-4. Face-off center ice, going to be picked up and played by Ockwald. Ockwald with it here. Pass sent in by Steinforth. Peno on the assist. Wells touches up. Good to see that he is back in the game here. Shot and a save, sticked up into the glove of Richardson. And Kobe Wells out on the ice. Graver versus Huffman. It's going to be on the stick side of Richardson in the Summit City zone. Trying to work it. And on the reach, Steinforth picks up. Gets it connected. but it's going to be turned over as the puck was played by Stratton. Up and comes back. Up to Steinforth. Steinforth with the puck here. Gets it into the zone. Trying to hands it through. Aqua trying to keep it. It's going to be picked up. Huffman feeds it over to Steinforth. Goes through the feet. Picked up by Cooper. Cooper launches it around. Reichert comes all the way over and picks up the puck. Sends it across. Siebenthaler to Steinforth. Puts it in. And it is, Wells caught it on the feet here as Bernat tried to feed him. Clark almost ate the puck there, but now here we go. Siebenthaler bringing the puck up with Jordan Clark. With a shot in the glove, and it's held on by Matt Cooper. 2:12 remaining here in the third. On the faceoff, it's picked up and shoved down the ice by Toledo. Jensen Bear comes all the way back to pick up. Feeds it up. Connects to Clark. Goes in and out of his stick. Picked up by Rader. Now taken away by Brancic. Brancic bringing it up the ice. Trying to get through Trevis. It's going to be poked back into the neutral zone. Siebenthaler on the play. Brancic picks it up. Back to Bear. Minute 43. On the pass. Goes in and out of the stick. Grant Siebenthaler trying to get a hold of it. Bear stops it. Keeps it. From Trevis trying to come in. Siebenthaler with the carry. Siebenthaler with a shot. Cooper on the stop on the pads. Comes right back to Siebenthaler. Now the puck's picked up. Toledo goes to clear it out. Brancic will pick it up. Brancic with a look. Rader on the stop of the stick. Picked up now, brought up the ice by Caleb Williams. Williams C. Brown in the slot. Feeds. It's going to be poked. Poked by Richardson on the stoppage here. Approaching the 1 minute mark. 1 minute and 3 seconds left in the third period. 8-4 Toledo. Face off. Luke Richardson stick side in the Distillers defensive zone. Picked up and played. Pinnell trying to get a hold of it. Williams with it here. He feeds Nestor. Got broken up, but he did manage to get it. Racker going after it in the corner. Up against Riker. Comes back. Pinnell sends it on. On the look to Nestor on a shot. Blocked. And now it's going to be picked up Reichert. Reichert with it. Sends it across. With a look. Yeah, didn't get the shot on with Stratton. Stratton trying to feed. Toledo turns over to Racker. He gets it across to Pinnell. 30 seconds remaining. Pinnell with it. Will come all the way. Hang on to the puck. Richardson stays with him. Racker can't get a hold of it. And now on the pass. And a shot. Goes in and out of the blocker of Cooper. Winding down the few seconds remaining here. And the puck's going to be held by Brown. Sends it around, and that will do it here as Toledo Swarm takes a road trip up to Fort Wayne and finds a victory 8-4 over the Summit City Distillers. So the new team finds a new win over the Distillers. So what an effort put on by Matt Cooper. He saw a lot, and he played very well for the Swarm. Lots of goals scored, a couple Hatties put in the game there. Duncan picks up 4 goals in that game, as well as Racker picks up a hat trick. So it was a team effort. Had a center and a defenseman popping most of the goals in for Toledo, and a goalie stopping everything that Fort Wayne could put on. So for all of us here in Fort Wayne, we thank you for tuning into the Summit City Distillers, hosting the Toledo Swarm, and the Swarm put on a show for you here. So thank you for tuning in for the American Premier Hockey League. And one last note, as I'm about to say my final sign-off, in the USPHL, lost 3 young men. Caden Fine, who's 17, J.J. Wright, 18, and Cameron Casorsa, 18, tragically passed away in a car accident. They played for the Southern Alberta Mustangs. Keep them in your thoughts and prayers as they just battle through this heartbreaking event. So for all of us here, one last note, as I always say, wherever you go today or tonight, make sure you're safe, and if you need a ride, call someone, because someone out there loves you. We want to see you back here or tuning in. We always want to see you around, and please be careful out there. All right, that's it for us here. We'll see you in the next game. Take care, and we'll see you.